Hello everybody and welcome to this video which delves into the building of the Tiger Hill Railway. This has been many years in the planning, and here you can see the garden with lots and lots of bushes and the trusty Maxi-Track Planet there just placed, just the very first moment if you like, in the new garden. Very exciting indeed. Here you can see two of our large steam engines. These are huge engines in narrow gauge 5-inch terms. They're just being delivered in their trailer. We have a specialist loco trailer that's been fitted out for transporting our equipment to visit our local club. Here you can see that trailer being moved in. Here's an early attempt to store some of the 5-inch gauge on racking in the garage workshop. See some of the lovely stock made by Paul Kings there. Some of the true extent ahead here. All of these bushes needed to be removed. Obviously similar bushes will be replanted, just in different places. Here this marks our first trip down to Miniature Railway Supply Company, where we collected the rail, went down there with a friend. A fabulous day out. We collected the rail here. You can see our first point as well. It's kind of the early stages. Here's the Darjeeling rake of coaches built by Paul Kings. Fabulous set of rolling stock in their forever home. Here you can see another shot of the garden. Where all those bushes are, there will be a railway, but not at this point. I've started working on the fence, painting it in a modern colour there. You see I've started hacking away at the bushes using a small Ryobi saw. Here you can see some of the bushes still in place, but we're trying out the radius of the curves. What we did is pre-rolled all the track pre-made all the track panels, so we knew where they were roughly going to go. This is so my friend Cliff, who's a track work expert, can assemble much of the track off site for me, which he did. And you can see we're starting to amass track here on the patio. And here's my friend Richard, who I've known for many years, who's an expert in civil engineering and engineering generally, removing some of the tree stumps and beginning a level for the railway. And you can see that we're beginning to get space now for a railway to actually exist. Here you can see the tremendously tight garden gate to get Richard's Kubota through. Quite the day this. Richard also helped us out by starting us off with the MOT, the hardcore, to kind of go in between the duckboarding, which is, here you can see my friend Cliff starting with the duckboarding, and this was quite a big task to get this all the way around. And this became the level eventually. Here you can see us placing out the track again, getting a radius so we know where to put the duckboarding. So we placed out the track panels, and this is a view from my office window, an emerging view, and you can see, you know, the duckboarding, placing out the track. And here's where it got quite complicated. This is the main loop, the station passing loop. This will allow 2-train operation, tokens, etc. There's quite a lot of material to put in here, so we broke up some rubble that was around, some slabs to put in the base of the run round loop. Here is what will become the engine house, which arrived in a million pieces. Thanks to my friend and I, mainly my friend, who built that shed, which we'll get onto. Here you can see I've painted the duckboarding and started filling in with soil over the top of the rubble, building up that level, because there is, as the garden goes towards the back, it raises uphill, so that's why we're raising up that bottom loop. Here you can see north out of the loop, and here's towards the back of the garden, and you can see just what a real kind of excavation effort this was becoming. And here we're starting to kind of repair some of that now. You can see a space for the shed in the back right of the garden, looking very tidy indeed considering the work we're doing. And here you can see another kind of building site shot of the duckboarding, and again we're placing out track panels. That point would be the start of top yard. A view from the workshop window showing the engine house now in place but only part complete. You can see the doors still require fitting, which we had to modify to obviously allow the rails to pass under them, which took some calculating, which my friend did. Here you can see me being optimistic, placing some tracks in that shed. And here is the engine house with its doors on, looking very trendy, all in black to match the fence panels. A very proud moment. Here's some of the Foamex posters that I created, which are kind of broadly, well, they're certainly miniature in scale. I wouldn't say they're scale size at all, but they're miniature and can sit outside. Here's the planet in the engine house with some ballasting around the tracks. Here I was checking out the 20mm limestone, seeing how it looked in the shed. If I didn't like it, I could have something different, but I really like the 20mm. It's very chunky for 5-inch gauge. Could have had 10mm limestone. Went for 20mm because we really need sharp stones to lock together. Here you can see a fence panel. We had a gap in the fence just at the back there, and my friend made a panel. Here's me cutting some boards to go in the garden gates. They are completely see-through. When I took on the house, there was kind of no security, so that's some of the things we've been working on. Here's one of our new build points. We ended up making quite a few new build points for this railway using components from Miniature Railway Supply. I think every engine house, every engine shed should have a lamp, a sort of kind of swan neck light. So that's that there. Here you can see where is going to be the greenhouse siding. You can see how much lower we've had to take the level at the back of the garden. Installing a blind, again security, and you can see our new plugs here, which my friend kindly installed round the workshop. Also had a significant birthday, and my mum bought me this store which contains all the steam up kit for the 5-inch steam engines. Here you can see we're starting to level some of the earthworks cosmetically, ready for seeding. Here's the greenhouse going in with storage either side for 5-inch rolling stock, and there'll be a track that you'll see shortly down the middle of that. Here you can see some of the electrics that we've installed in the engine house up at top yard. We ran a cable all the way around the garden from the garage workshop. Here's two of our new build points that we're very, very proud of. My friend is just an exceptional track work wizard. One of the most gifted people I've ever met that can make these points. Again, we use Miniature Railway Supply, but the point levers are actually from a casting pattern from my local model engineering club, and much of the track is actually spec'd according to what I'm used to at my local club. If you're new to 5-inch gauge or getting started, join a club. I've learned an awful lot from them, and this small little railway is an ode to them in many ways. Here you can see some of the MOT. So remember, we had some soil here in the station loop, and now we're going on top with the MOT. Now we're starting to place the track panels onto the MOT, and once they're laid we can start getting a level with the ballast. Here you can see we're laying and placing track panels. We've got points here going in. We're just looking at the placement of these points on top yard. Okay, here's that greenhouse siding in place. Really great extra capacity for visiting locos, rolling stock, coaches in there. Here's the station loop that we've laid, and again it's just laid on the MOT at the moment, so this isn't a final level. That's achieved by packing the track with ballast, etc. And you can see some of the storage potential in the greenhouse here. And here's one of our very big engines. Now there's currently two very big engines. I'm not sure how they're going to fare. It's very tight curves, but they do both push round. Here's our stalwart planet, a lovely autumnal scene here. very early days of having the track down. It's still mainly on the MOT base at the moment. Me sat there at Top Yard taking in the atmosphere. It's a great shock when you do something like this and you create something. Here's inside of the kind of tool chest, if you like, with the sacks of coal, firelighters, the oils, and the toolboxes are just out of view. Couldn't resist putting in a little home pub in the one of the stores. We've got 2 of those, very fortunately. The other store may be a little crew room for me and a friend, or a friend and I should say. This is the Top Yard Arms, not only named after the Top Yard on this railway, but after the Top Yard at Boston Lodge on the Festiniog. Here you can see that we're starting to seed some of the earthworks, some of the re-sculpting, and eventually you won't really see the railway. I'll plant out either side with hedging and flowers. Much of this view will change again in the future, but this is a very encouraging view. And here you can see I'm starting to screen off now, Top Yard, and this plan will change again when we move that tool chest to create an additional siding. Here's an enchanting view into the garage workshop. Of course, some of that stock eventually will move onto the railway. This was an interesting moment of the first time these engines had been in the engine house. Just a lovely moment. And here's a kind of developing scene of some of the broader work we're doing in the garden. You can see our first water butt, which will provide rainwater for the steam engines. We've got a white wall there, some of our Fomex posters. Here we've got our tram loco, atmospheric shot coming onto Top Yard, some of our lighting. I'm greatly into running at night. Here's our water butt, and you can see some of our downlighters there. There's 4 downlighters that we've installed, and also the outdoor plugs there on the back of the garage, the black doors. One of the reasons I took this property was the ease of being able to unload large engines from a trailer, and this is demonstrating that. We've got I own a couple of lift tables which make it really easy to take an engine out of the trailer and into the garage workshop, or even take it right the way through into the garden here through that gate and actually directly load it onto the tracks of the railway. So having those logistics in place really important. Here you can see the downlighters in place, and this is a lovely shot showing all of our new lighting, our new kind of sofa outdoor seating there. Just a really big moment. Here's another of our big engines. I'm just pushing it round, see whether it goes around the curves. It does. We may have to remove the central flanges on that engine. Here's another luxury, charging an engine on site after running a club for quite a few years and having to take batteries out of locos to charge. It's an absolute joy to charge in situ using electric. Here's our tram engine out at Tiger Central, the new signage going up, an atmospheric picture of a Tiger Hill consist, if you like, roster in the landscape. Another atmospheric shot of coming onto Top Yard. A lovely sky that evening. Another atmospheric photo. You can see some of our lighting. We're starting to get some ballast, but this isn't really happening fully yet. The Tiger Central station sign using Fomex boards. I've got the buckets there, and this can be removed into those posts to kind of service. Here's our second water butt that is in our courtyard area, and this, as you can see, is plumbed in, and both water butts, I'm happy to say, are now completely full. Here's another picture of, in winter time the grass seeding has really taken shape. Picture of the tram in the landscape. Here's Tiger Central emerging on the back of the house. You can see there's been various other works going on around it. A lovely shot of the tram leaving the engine house with a brew. Very important to have a cup of tea or a beer there. One of our sixth point. This is our sixth point on the railway. There will be 6 points. It's our last new build point. We're very proud of these new build points using components from Miniature Railway Supply. However, the lever shown there, the ground level lever, is to our local club spec. So, again, join a club. Now, this is controversial, but I decided to buy my ballast in small bags. This enables me to collect loads of it whenever I want from the local DIY store, in this case Wickes. 20mm limestone, just the job, and I can add it and top it up on the railway as and when I like. It creates no mess, bring it in, and here you can see me not only ballasting the railway but getting a level, and I hope you'll agree that the level through there looks fabulous. And you can see the spirit level there. Here's where we started getting the engines up to nighttime running with some LED lighting, cab lights, front lights, rear lights. Here's our lovely Darjeeling foul vans built by Paul Kings, running round the railway. Another atmospheric shot of the emerging top yard that now is laid, and we're starting to ballast it at this point. Really interesting shot inside the engine house. Some of the stock that's currently at that point on shed. You can see our Alice there, one of our large engines. And here we go when we really start to ballast the railway, starting to get that level, that 20mm limestone really going in. Ballasting Agony Point there, just a shot of the Stalwart, the Planet, that's kind of a real go-to locomotive if I want a quick half-an-hour run. Here you can see it on charge. Just open the shed door and the lovely grass seed coming on, and all the points. There will be another point in that setup there. A lovely atmospheric shot there just to finish of the Planet night running, and that's as far as the railway's got just now.